There. I'm here, guys. Anybody there yet? And can you hear me? Because I've seen a lot of people's lives go bonkers lately and no sound. So I need to know if you can hear me. Got 1 minute till it's 10 o'clock here. Hi, Karen. It says 2 people are watching, so you and somebody else. How are you tonight, Karen? I wasn't sure if I was going to come on tonight. I told you I would. And yeah, I don't know. Today just was one of those days. Maybe that's when you need a Mental Health Monday live video, right? I went Hobby Lobby shopping. Well, you have a Hobby Lobby, so you know. But I recorded some of it. You've got a headache. I don't have a headache tonight. I'm hoping. I started to have one earlier today. And then a friend hit me up. I had to go get her dog from the vet, because she had surgery, and my friend was at work, and so I had to go pick her up. And I almost videotaped her so I could put it in one of my videos, because she's a pug, but her tongue is too big for her mouth, and she's just the cutest ever. But we did that. I made myself get out of the house because my friend needed me. But tomorrow's my dad's birthday, so I don't know. I just always get kind of funky around this time. I think tomorrow, I still haven't got it set up to figure out how to set up for a tutorial, because I was going to do the single crochet stitch tutorial because I have a lot of friends that want to learn how to crochet, and that's my way of getting them all together. And but I still, my t-shirt's bothering me. I got this t-shirt at the Joan Jett concert that I went to this summer. Shit's pretty good for 60, let me tell you. Anyway, squirrel. Um, so anyway, tomorrow's my dad's birthday, and I don't have it set up for a tutorial, and I'm probably just gonna take a day off from videos. My nephew is coming into town again, and well, I have a doctor's appointment at 11:30. I'll tell you all about that in a minute. And then my nephew's coming in to town. He wants me and my husband to go see The Grudge with him. I don't like The Grudge, but but he wants us to go. So maybe I'll take a nap during the movie. Who knows? My husband likes scary movies. I like some. The Grudge is not one that I enjoyed, but it's a new Grudge movie. And then yeah, and then I'm just gonna make it into a date day with my hubby. We don't have a lot of money to spend because we fixed our electrical problem, and then we are gonna have to cover my daughter's insurance this month because she didn't plan on being in between. I ate an apple and it caused my sugar to rocket up 200. Yeah, my dad, I was a diabetic, but not well, I was close to being insulin resistant before I lost weight. I mean, insulin dependent, like had to take insulin, but my dad was a severe diabetic. So take care of that, okay? Because it's not just that the sugar can make you sick, it can affect your heart very badly. Um, Even after my dad had his bypass, his cholesterol was down, and so the bypass should have took, but because his diabetes was so bad, there's nothing they could do for him. So take care of yourself. I'm a big advocate of the whole. Okay, I kind of suck at that because, like I said, well, this Christmas especially, but since my mom passed by, we are going completely sugarless, the husband and I. along with high protein and stuff. But anyway, my daughter, she didn't plan on being in between jobs. She was at least given 2 weeks notice, if not trying to work both jobs, because she got a new job that had more hours, but she was only doing training, so she wasn't getting very many hours. Well, then I won't go into details, but circumstances arose, and she was no longer needed at her first job, because she told them it wasn't until it passed October. Well, be very careful with your blood sugar, because, like I said, it can't. I never until my dad. Okay, until my dad, I didn't understand the damage it does to your heart. Like, I just thought blood sugar, you can die from high blood sugar. You know what I mean? And then after my dad, I started learning more about diabetes. It does damage to your kidneys. Lots of damage. After my bariatric surgery, I actually became the opposite. I didn't have to take metformin. I was on metformin and glyburide when I had my surgery, and I was close to having to start doing insulin. Well, I've come to consider you a friend, and I would hate. Not only did I see my dad suffer, but I wouldn't want that for anyone, but someone I care about even more and even less. You know what I'm saying. Um, but after my bariatric surgery, I didn't have to take the glyburide or the metformin, and then I actually at one point my blood sugar I was hypoglycemic, like it was going too low. I even passed out once, and I had never had that experience before. I never want to do that again. That was scary. But I wasn't eating. Hi, Vero. You made it. Two of my favorite people. Yay! It's a party now. It's like a slumber party, except we're not sleeping or putting makeup on or okay. We're not doing anything. Slumber party. I'm too old for a slumber party. To do insulin for the rest of my life. Oh, thanks, Beto. I was actually, because I'm missing my daddy. Hi, handmaid. Um, my daddy's birthday. I was telling Kara my daddy's birthday's tomorrow, and I was thinking about you because I know that you miss your dad, and I'm sorry about your pancreas, Karen. But yeah, keep up with that. I understand it is late. It's a lot later for some people, but this was a good time because my hubby's gone, and yeah, I miss my dad. My mom was my best friend, but my dad, growing up, I was closer to my dad when I was a kid, and I'm a lot like my dad. If y'all knew my dad, you'd be afraid. My dad, you're laughing. Who are you? We are laughing. We're all laughing. I need a good laugh, so maybe we'll get some laughing going on here. Because tomorrow I'm taking hit the like button for the host. Thank you, handmaid. Um, I like I said. Oh, I was telling Karen I'm taking tomorrow. I'm gonna go to two different movies. The Grudge with my nephew, but he likes scary. That's his kind of movies. I think we all kind of could. Karen's got a headache. Handmaid, how are you tonight? Oh, good night, handmaid. Handmaid, what's your name? Like your name? I'm sorry. I just don't like calling you handmaid. Ah, Kelly. Hi. I tried to catch you. I was on your live where you were silent, and then I didn't get to catch the one with names. Her name is Helen. Okay, I'm gonna try to. You know what? I'm gonna write that down in my handy dandy. Okay, I was gonna write it down in my handy dandy notebook, but Eve lost her pen. My husband gets so frustrated. I'm gonna write this in my little. No, HD. Okay, so I'll call you HD. Handmade call HD. I can do that. HD. There. Wrote it in my, because just handmade feels weird. Okay. Anyway, Kelly, yeah, I missed everybody's lives today, but I was in a funk. And so I miss, hey, hi, Twisted Stitches. With Tammy. Let's just call her Twisted. That's actually a cool name. Um, no, Kelly, I tried to catch your live. I had to reboot. I came back. Yeah, you did, and then by the time I got to it, I had missed it. Sweet dreams, HD. Sleep well. Yeah, did you catch Darla? Uh, Crafty Yarn Owl. You know, I just call her Darla. When she's talking about a whip today in her video. Some of us have a sense of humor that I can appreciate. Um, yeah, I'm sorry I missed your live, Kelly, and then I missed everybody's lives today. Granny D, all of them, Tracy. I just was in I don't know. And then I went and picked up a puppy for my friend at the vet. Sciatica. Yeah, I have some well, I have some sciatica, but I have other back problems, so I understand, Kelly. Um, Back pain's not any fun, as quite a few of us know. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow, partly because of my back, because there's days when I can't stand all the way straight part of the sometimes during the day. So I don't know what that's about. My kids get a kick out of it and say I look like the hunchback. I don't think it's so funny because it hurts, but I try to laugh it off. But also my scalp all of a sudden becomes numb, like uh, like I got a shot of Novocaine in it. So I don't know what's going on there. I Googled it. I know you're not supposed to Google your symptoms. Well, good luck with that, Kelly. But I Googled my symptoms. They say you're not supposed to do that. And I probably shouldn't, but this one didn't scare me. A lot of times it makes me think that something's shutting down or something, but it said it can be anxiety, which I've already told y'all this was a bad month for me, which I don't know why anxiety would make your scalp go numb, but it does weird stuff. And, but it could also, I just love this. It could be anxiety or a sign of something more serious. Well, okay, that narrows it down. But, so I just thought I'd go see my doctor because I've had some nerve problems in the past, and at one time she was a little worried about MS because I was dropping stuff. But it was really it was just my fibromyalgia, my RA. But I thought I'd go get it checked out again. Do you know, Vero? And I'm not saying who I mentioned this is because what they said about the anxiety and it. I never knew how much mental problems. Still kind of hurting throat. Yours is I keep on getting sore throats and like right now I'm a little bit congested and it cleared all the way up and now I am again. But you're in Texas, Vero. Also, like New Mexico, we've not had a winter, but we've had wind and dryness, and I just think that germs that needed to die didn't get killed, and then there's stuff blowing around because it's been so dry. Gynecologist told me it was stress. It could be stressed. Stress stress will lower your immune system. Carpet. tunnel, fibro. I have fibro, anxiety, sinus crap. We're just a bunch of, if you didn't have MS before your 30s, not usually. Yeah, and she wasn't, but I mean, it could be some other things. And the, I don't, so I decided I should go to the doctor, but Vero, is- I hate it when doctors tell you it's stress because to me, that's just their easy fix. But on the other hand, it can cause your immune system to lower. I learned so much about anxiety since well, my PTSD and stuff. I did not know that PTSD caused those same issues. Don't worry about it too much. I'm not worried about it, Kelly. I just am gonna go to the doctor because it's something new, and plus I can't seem to kick whatever crud I have. And so I thought I'd just go since tomorrow I have the morning while he sleeps because he's off tomorrow night. So I thought I just, I gotta make an appearance every so often, or she thinks it I got completely well and I'm healed. But yeah, I figure it's connected to my fibro or probably caffeine because I do consume a lot of caffeine. I will admit I'm a caffeine addict. But my I didn't know that PTSD. When I got older, had a loud ringing in my ear and hasn't stopped for a year now. See that ringing in your ear? I don't know. I get random ringing. That I wouldn't put off as stress, but I'm not sure quite what that could be. I didn't have anything traumatic happen when I was a kid, but I had quite a few happen after an adult, becoming an adult, and I couldn't understand. It's loud and sounds like crickets or something. That's horrible. I'm sorry a doctor just blew it off as stress. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that, Kelly, because I have high blood pressure, so I have to watch what I take as far as cold stuff nonstop. That's awful, Beto. I'm proud of you for doing your videos because if I had something in my ear like that, I don't know if I could do it. Hi, Taro and T. How are you? But I didn't know when I got older. I couldn't concentrate on reading. I used to love to read, and I couldn't concentrate on reading. Like I couldn't concentrate on a story anymore, and that was my favorite thing when I was young. And apparently, PTSD causes ADD is actually ADHD is a chemical is caused from a chemical thing in your brain. And yes, I agree, Kelly. She should see a ear, nose, and throat because that's the ear thing is just that's not just stress. I don't think could be wrong. But okay, ADHD is a chemical problem in your brain, and ADD is usually a secondary from PTSD because you're looking around to make sure you're safe because of whatever trauma you went through all the time, or you just can't concentrate because you're listening and looking to make sure. So I guess ADD is a lot of times a secondary thing, but ADHD is because ADD is just you can't really pay attention. ADHD you can't sit still long enough. See. I agree, Kelly. Ear, nose, and throat or allergy because that's what it sounds like. Allergies can cause you to get. Oh well, cool, Taro and T. I decided to do mental health Monday. I'm supposed to order an MRI, but my husband was. I understand that about the whole insurance thing. Um, Taro and T. Well, Mrs. B. Is that what we call you, Mrs. B? I do mental health Monday because I am bipolar. I have bipolar. I am bipolar. I'm bipolar. I have PTSD. major depressive disorder. I have a whole lot of stuff going on in there. See, you Googled it, and it's good to Google. But at the same time, sometimes I've done it. Sometimes it tells me one thing and it was worse, and other times I agree, Kelly. It doesn't define you, but it can still. It doesn't define you, but there's nothing. Hi, Bridget. Ah, Bridget made it. Um, uh, Kelly, I agree. It doesn't define me, but I'm also not ashamed to admit because I think that not enough people talk about it. Um, I know when I got diagnosed bipolar, I thought it was the end of the world. It was the current diagnosis in the DSM, but it specifiers like predominantly an attentive type or well, and I have trouble paying attention. I can't read a whole book anymore. So I'll be. Is there anybody else buffering? Um, it doesn't seem to tell me it is here. Okay. Um, but yeah, Kelly, I just think that not enough people, my family was one of those that you didn't talk about it. My dad, all I ever knew is that he was abused horribly as a child. We didn't talk about what it might have done to him. And my mom cried most of my life, hence she was probably depressed, but you didn't admit those kind of things. And so when I got diagnosed bipolar, I thought it was the end of the world because the only thing I knew about what I knew in my mind about bipolar were some really outrageous people. Just can't tolerate when they say I was molested. So oh yeah. I'm not going to say who because it's their story, but some people, some young ladies very close to me were molested. And it affects you for the rest of your life. But when that happened to them, the person, their family made a lot of excuses. One of them, that wasn't being molested. It was about nothing ever should cause like that shit. There should never be. It still doesn't make it okay. If you were molested, you end up molesting somebody. I'm sorry you were molested, but you still deserve to, you know. Favorite ladies are here. Attentive. My brother was always more hyperactive. My sister was hyperactive. And me, I just daydreamed a lot, but I could read. I could read a whole book. I'm so sorry, Kelly. Um, I can't say childhood, it was more emotional abuse. Once I became an adult, I was in a couple relationships where I was physically and sexually abused. So it's bad enough when you're an adult. I can't imagine when it happens when you're a child. And those things do happen. Karen's probably trying to keep up because she said that the live went too fast the last time. Wow, Bridget, I have a daughter that she was never diagnosed with autism, but I told them they're twins. Oh, you're buffering a little, okay. They're twins. I had twin. Okay, I have my oldest and I have twins. My oldest is bipolar, which that's genetic. I never knew that. I believe my dad was bipolar, but she ever since she was little, they thought it was ADHD. None of the meds made it worse. Actually, meds made her psychotic. So they figured she was just more, she was bipolar and had more mania. They perceive things, but it doesn't have to be an excuse for kid. I agree, Mrs. B. Yes. Um, Um, I don't like when people blame it. It's okay to admit you're sad because you've got some, but it's not okay to do bad to people. Yeah, I've been there and how I got my oldest son. Yes, when we learn better, we do better. Agreed. I had to learn a lot about my mental illness, and I'm kind of glad I learned about mine. I was in a mental hospital for a month after something really bad happened. I was found a danger to myself and others because I tried to hurt myself. Well, I tried to end my life, and then I threatened to kill somebody. But he kind of deserved it. So anyway, kind of deserved it. That didn't sound right, but if y'all knew, I really can't say because it's not my story to tell. Um, but I was in a mental hospital for a month, and I actually really needed it. Um, in that time, that person I threatened to kill ended up locked up, so I couldn't get to him. And so yeah, and I actually took the time to learn the things I needed to while I was in there. And so I'm glad because then I knew how to help my daughter later on, even though you can only do so much for somebody and then they've got to, but when it's a child, it's your job to do for them as much as you can. So, um, my dad came from a time where he didn't admit things were wrong and he had a horrible childhood. So glad you are here and you are so brave. Thank you, because the other day I was feeling, I don't know, I won't say who, but I watched a video that they were talking about people that, I don't know. I just felt it was directed towards videos like mine. To get the text I sent you earlier today. Um, so thank you for saying that. I think I needed to hear that because I was actually thinking that I should just go back to just, I don't know, maybe not even doing my video, but I think that people need to talk about it more. Um, a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the homeless are mentally ill and that they could. Um, well, Kelly, the truth is that a lot of people self-medicate and end up on drugs. And my dad, he might have been an alcoholic anyway, but I do believe that that was part of what was his drinking problem, was his abuse as a child. I'm sure my dad had severe PTSD because he was horribly physically abused by his mother. I don't call her my grandma because I never knew her. My dad completely cut ties. Hi, Ange. How are you? Yay, she made it. And yes, Mrs. B, resilience. I know some people that really I admire because they've gone on. Um, I have a cousin that committed suicide right before I tried to, and my aunt was mad at him. Yes. Um, there are programs available. Hi, Priscilla. Yeah, this is my friend Priscilla. She doesn't have a channel. Karen doesn't either. But uh, Priscilla's in the. That's my friend that lives here. Y'all don't ask her no questions. Don't tell my secrets, Priscilla. You couldn't find your phone. You never lose your phone. A lot of people don't realize how prevalent mental illness is, and it could be any of us. It could be any of us or someone we love. So you should never try to be unkind. And I usually try to, if I see like a homeless person on the corner, um, I don't give them money, but if I'm going into Walmart, I'll grab something for them to eat and I'll leave it with them. I had a very good friend that she stayed on her meds for a long time and did good. She went off her meds and I felt so bad for her mom. She just completely never went back on them and she passed away a couple years ago. because of the poor diet from, she ended up homeless and poor diet, and I think she was drinking again. She went into liver failure, and that was just so sad for me. Um, no, I don't want her. No, Priscilla. No, Priscilla. Don't don't share my secret. She knows a lot about me, y'all. She knew me when, well, I was a lot wilder than I am now. Out of Okay, it's a Monday night, so I wouldn't have been out shaking my booty tonight. But when I do Saturday and Sundays, I would not have been on the computer or crocheting when Priscilla first knew me. Hoo-hoo. Yeah. Keep it to yourself, Priscilla. I know secrets about you too. What was I gonna say? I forgot. I was gonna say so. Story time. What's not story time? No, that's not what this is called. This is called Mental Health Monday, not story time. That starts with the S. That's for Sunday or Saturday, and I'm not doing lives on either one of those days. Priscilla's the one, Bridget, you were asking about my, I know you do, yeah. Bridget, you were asking about my tattoos. This one means best friends, although people say it looks like something else. Anyway, um, and so Priscilla and I have matching tattoos of this one. And this is my elephant, that I got with another person that we're not friends anymore. You can't really. Well, anyway, the way it is, but there's the semicolon if you can see it. For my life could have ended, but it continued. We should all shake it sometime. Yeah, Kelly. I think that we want somebody, Mental Health Monday can be stories of our lives. Yes, they can, but Priscilla knows some real crazy ones about me. But yes, I agree, stories of our lives, because I don't think people talk enough about. My mom didn't want to. I'm not gonna say mom didn't want to talk about it, but she didn't at first. And when she found out I was bipolar, she didn't get it at all, because she was raised that you just didn't talk about stuff and you just sucked it in. Mine aren't all that great, Bridget. Some of them are homemade, like the one on my back, my oldest daughter's name. G-rated Mondays. Oh, PG Tuesdays. Oh no, because when we get to R and X. Okay, Priscilla. Priscilla knows me. She knows I don't talk on the videos the way I do in person a lot of times. Okay, there's a confession from Neva. I kind of got a sailor's mouth, potty mouth, whatever you can call it. Sailor, I don't. Um, I'm working on it getting better though. So, but I'm me. Some people don't agree with me. Yeah, my one on my back, one of the two worst relationships I was in, the one on my back, the guy I was with, decided to do a tattoo on me. The same stories can help each other. Yes. Trucker's mouth, I can do. Yes. Okay, trucker's mouth. That's a good one. You're gonna get Priscilla in trouble. She don't be telling the stories there, Priscilla. I was in wild nights. But the one on my back, Bridget, the guy I was with, never let a psycho man do a tattoo. He actually scarred me very badly. He told after he finished it that he dug in really, really. I was bloody. And you've had tattoos. You're not supposed to have blood running down your back. He admitted to trying to hurt me. So there you go. So it's real scarred. So someday, but it's clear across from shoulder to shoulder. So it'll take a lot to cover it up. So yeah. He was actually originally from Houston, Vero. That man was, but he's passed from cancer. And yes, I look a little happy about that. He kind of deserved to suffer. He was a bad person. I should have shook my booty when I was physically able to shake my booty more, because now I can't. Finding supportive folks. Tribe. Heard that people who cures are geniuses. I believe we are, Vero. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I am a genius. I had my leg done like that. It wilted bad for weeks. Yeah, he meant to hurt me, and then there was a lot of blood, and I threw up at the end. I didn't pass out. I didn't cry. But at the very end, I did throw up at the very end. It got too much, and I started feeling real woozy. Well, if it's in print, then it's the truth, Beto. You gotta believe everything that you read. And like I said, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, some of those people, I like you watch them and you think, oh, they're real sweet little church going ladies. But some of them, when they talk, I get the idea um, that that they're not quite so innocent. I worked in a nursing home, and some old ladies that had never cussed in their life and were these sweet little go to church every day. It's open. I couldn't believe some of the things they said and talked about, and I was like, "What?" Yeah, it was. I was and it was a nursing home in a smaller town than I live in now. Well, Priscilla knows in Friona. Hmm. Yes, long lost. If we ever got together, that'd probably be scary. I sure wish I could go to Stitch Fest, y'all. But even if we weren't struggling a little financially right now, it's just not in the cards this year. Like my hubby is going to try to put some money aside so I can make it to Washington to see where I was born and maybe make it to see Alaska and Canada, but it won't be at Stitch Fest time. See, Tammy, I knew we were kindred spirits. I'm different too, but I don't want people on YouTube. Plus, I heard if you say bad words, they don't promote your videos, and not that I'm being promoted or anything. No one will ever get me to advertise something. I think when they have Stitch Fest, that we should have a live on one of these our channels. Um, we should do our own live Stitch Fest on here. Like take turns each night. That would be fun. Now Vero is in. Well, she's. I could might meet her halfway. It was an accident. Are you talking about uh it was an accident, the cursing? I just yeah. I said a bad word I think last night, or I started to. Wanted to go to Stitch Fest as well. I'm telling y'all we should do one. We should do a live and just do our own since we can't. Yeah, I gotta check Zoom out. Right now my phone is cracked all the heck and I'm just praying it stays going till I can get a new one. We could have another Stitch Fest. We could have one here in the States somewhere. I don't know. Somehow meet all in between. I might hop on my bike and camp on the way up. That would be cool, Tammy. Eventually, someday, I want to trike, and because I don't have the leg strength to ride a regular bike. Cuss too much, they will close down. Oh, they'll close down your channel. Maybe we can have another Stitch Fest. Zoom sounds fun. Zoom does sound fun. Like I said, I got my phone and stuff, and I'm assuming I can do Zoom on my computer. Oh, you accidentally did. Shame on you, Veto. That's horrible. That's a horrible word. Horrible. If y'all saw me, you'd run screaming and hide. Karen, no. I'd say what you see is what you get, but I they say you don't look I look better on camera than say teat. Yes, teat is a technical word for a lot of animals. Grew up on a farm. Titty. We would not, Karen. No, Karen. For one, I'll judge anybody for the way they look. It's what's on the inside. Rescued seagulls from the. Shut up! This, I don't judge no one for the way they look. And me and my husband look like an odd pair because I'm 5'8" and I think he's 5'3". He's real short. We don't look like we go together. And no, Veto, I agree with Kelly, you don't. But looks have nothing to do with it. It's what's on the inside. And people, okay, well, they say only ugly and fat people say that. Or you only say that to ugly and fat people. But I truly believe that with all my heart because I know some very pretty people on the outside, like what society considers pretty. Um, and they're terribly ugly on the inside. And then there's those that you may look at them because they got some type of physical something wrong with them. And they're some of the most beautiful people you'll ever see. I weighed 470, Tammy. I think we've talked about that. I had lost most of my weight when I met LJ, but he would still love me if I don't want to gain all my weight back. But if I did, he would still love me. And he was a lot skinnier when we got together. So mine's the opposite. He was a real puny dude. And I kind of put some weight on him. Partly because when I was eating right, I'd give him the rest of my meal. Shame on me. But he wasn't that big then. Like, he's still not big, but he wasn't even chubby. He was tiny. So I thought, we'll just let him eat it. The food didn't go to waste and he got to eat. Yes. Oh, well, Priscilla's gonna go live with me one day. We're gonna do coffee. And like, if we can find a place that has a good internet connection, I'm gonna drag her on camera with me. Maybe she does wreaths. She makes wreaths. And so maybe she'll make a YouTube channel eventually. Up over 300 at one time. My sister was up over 500, but had lost 150 in the last year. Well, good for her, Bridget, and good for you. I wish I could have done it without surgery. Priscilla has lost a bunch of weight all on her own. She did not have the surgery. I'm very proud of her. Although we were the chunky funky sisters, funky chunky. Well, we were chunky and funky. We had a lot of fun. And there were some women that were kind of hateful because we go to the bar and have a good time. And I'm telling some of my stories. I'll show you how much of a good time. And yeah, I'm close to you, Kelly. I had been down and I gained after my mom died, but I'm back on the no sugar and gonna start focusing on protein again. In fact, in the morning, what I'm having for breakfast is keto coffee. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Whew. Oh my goodness. I don't mean to sneeze like that. And that even hurt my back. Oh, that was a bad sneeze. But yeah, me and Priscilla were funky and chunky. I'm still chunky, and I hope we're still funky. I gotta go cook dinner now, but it was lovely to visit with you, and thank you so much. Bye, Mrs. B. I've watched a few of your videos. I'll have to go catch up on you. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Need a second. Lost my hook. Oh, Kelly, I lose my hook and my stitch markers more than I think I've lost anything. Oh, and my scissors. I found them stuck in my thigh once. Don't ask how that happened. It was horrible. 15 stone. I desperately need things. Well, Ange, maybe we can encourage each other because since my mom passed, I got to eating junk but I'm drinking keto coffee. I know I don't need the caffeine, but I'm gonna need it in the morning to get motivated to go to the doctor because mornings I'm slow, and it'll give me all the protein I need. Nasty for no reason. It's because they are very unhappy with themselves. Yes, Bridget, that's true. I can be mean and nasty. I'm not gonna say I can't, but mine's provoked. Like I have a lot of skin that hangs since my surgery, and I'm very self-conscious about it. Good night, Mrs. B. Hopefully we'll catch you again, or you'll catch us, or we'll all catch you. We should all go check out your channel. Menopause caused me to gain. That's part of my problem, Tammy, is I started eating stuff I shouldn't. When I was when my mom passed, and then menopause, I wouldn't, and then menopause hit, and that's been. I understand the sitting on the hook. Um, we can be weight loss buddies because I need to. Yeah. Um, but at least it wasn't your scissors, Kelly, because my mom had given me some of those little stork scissors. Those are really sharp. And I didn't even realize that they were in the chair. And I don't know how they ended up pointy side up. I found them, but I found them in my thigh. I had to pull it, went all the way in. I had to pull it out. I thought I was gonna pass out. That was horrible. I just, that was terrible. That's why maybe I shouldn't knit because I do sit on my crochet hooks quite a bit. Could you imagine? Yeah. So I'm usually sitting on my hook or it's stuck in a chair. Scissors, tape measure. Oh, I need to put something that holds everything. Yes, Bridget. It was painful and now funny, but it wasn't at the time. And my kids called because it was very close to my kids called my butt sisters forever 3 years ago. And since then have gained weight. Karen, a lot of time, I was on a real good roll from my bariatric surgery, losing weight. Yes, almost an angel on top of the tree. Tonight, after crocheting a mommy and me set today, Karen, was it the laser surgery or the one prior to those procedures coming up? Ouch. Well, you're a busy lady, Bridget. Yes, show. Well, you can't show us on here. If we were on Zoom, apparently we could all see it. So we all got to join Zoom now. So, but we need to see it in your next video. And Priscilla, um, a lot of us know about each other because we do videos, but you need to check out, like, go and check these ladies out. I was feeling the Rocky Balboa because I finished some scrunchies. But hey, Vero, it's not about what you. I finished my cowl. I think last night, if you watched my video from last night, I decided to knock out the Stash Buster, the Bingo, my 2020. I did started the cowl yesterday, and I could have finished it yesterday, but I told you I've been feeling down on the dumps, and but I did finish it today. The little bit I did. Part of the reason I missed lives is, or yeah, because if I'm in a live, I can't crochet because I'm talking. I love to crochet, but I've been whipping it so much. Challenges, and I'm about to be very busy with the house. Congratulations, by the way, Bridget. For those that don't know, I think most of us watch Bridget, but Priscilla, I'm assuming Karen does. Karen's a really good watcher. She should make a channel just so we can all watch her too. She must just like to watch and not participate. That didn't sound right. She participates, but she's a watcher, not a shower. Did that sound right? Well, anyway. Do I say your name right, Beto? I thought I did, but maybe not. Rocky, yeah. Um, but I don't know where I was going. Oh, um, she should make some, Vero. She makes some real pretty wreaths. In fact, I have the candy cane still on my door. That's the only Christmas decorating I did. Girl, not sure. Yeah, I know. I thought of that after I said it. I knew that. But this. Hi, Ida. How are you? We're being kind of weird. So, um, Karen's a voyeur. That's what she is. She don't wanna do a video, she just wants to watch us. Um, don't be sorry, that was funny. That was hilarious, and that's actually what my brain thought of after I had said it. I was like, "That's not how that goes." Karen is if I ever, like, do a like I told random act of kindness, she is one that has always, like, ever since she started watching me, she's always commented, and, good, Vero, I'm glad. Priscilla'd have my butt if I didn't. Been around too many Hispanic people to not say it right. I grew up in a town that was nothing but they countrify your name, Vero. Hey, Vero. Vero. How you doing, Vero? Um, yeah. Hi, Ida. Um, yeah. See, and people pronounce my name. It's Neva, and they pronounce it Neva, or they add a J and it's Geneva, or they leave the N off and it's Eva. I was called Nivea for a whole 2 years by this one lady. I've talked about that in a video. I am not a lotion, but it's Neva. That's what it is. Karen, I think you should make a channel so we can all see you too. It's not fair you just watch us all. Nope, you say my name correctly too, Kelly. See, Kelly, we got this. I don't know where Priscilla went to. I really thought she'd be trying to tell my secrets or something by now. She needs to do a channel. She needs to do her wreaths. She made me a I love the movie It, and she made me a Pennywise one for Halloween, and it's beautiful. I'll have to put it on. I'll show it to y'all on one of my videos. Vero, how you doing, Vero? And yep, nothing like a little peer pressure. So Karen and Priscilla, get on the ball. Your husband calls you Vero. My husband knows not to call me Neva because he knows it makes me mad. It's from when I was a kid, and I actually had a teacher, a substitute, and she said, she couldn't pronounce. I would love to have my own channel. Well, you should, Ida. It's not. You know what? I watched all these people. I can't be like everybody else. And so all I ever thought watched was tutorials, and I thought I don't even know if I can do a tutorial. I'm still kind of having trouble getting the setup going. You My niece is naked after the lotion. Neve. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Nivea, my daughter, if you didn't catch that video, the lady asked my daughter where Nivea was one day in Walmart, and she ran and was like, she's in the Nivea is in the lotion aisle. She's like, by the way, Kathy's looking for you in the lotion aisle. And I was like, "Oh, go for it. Ida, I'll watch you." Yes. See, Ida, Priscilla, all of y'all. I get called Nevea too now that it's become a popular name for, you know, children. I get called Nevea, and I can handle Nevea, but it's still not my name. I don't know why people got to add letters to it. And then when they try to spell it and all they've done is hurt it, they usually spell Niva. And I'm like, I'm not Niva either. But when I was a kid, Bridge, I could imagine Bridge. Yeah. Like, well, that, and usually you let people know what people call you. Um, I just went to YouTube Studio and started recording videos. Read the like there's the COPA laws and stuff, and I put that my videos are not for children, and not because I'm doing nothing bad, but I want to be able to communicate. And apparently, you can't get comments and stuff. I have a question for you people that have just, yeah, just turn the camera on and start talking. That's what I did. I was scared to death the first time. Um, I have a question for the people that do have a channel. There are times when it'll pop up that I have a notification of a comment, and I can read the comment when the notification pops up, but when I go to read the comment to respond to it, it's not there. And I would think, okay, maybe the person deleted it, but it's happened more than once, and it wasn't a comment that they should have wanted to delete. Kelly. Um, well, and the never thing bothers me because I had a substitute teacher, and she called my name. She said Neva, and I was like, "It's not Neva, it's Neva." And I was very quiet and shy back then, believe it or not. And and she says, "Haha, never say never again." And this teacher had the voice of Minnie Mouse, and so I thought, you were the last person to make fun of somebody, lady. And so ever since then, I just can't stand to be called Neva. I try that if I correct you the first time, I'm not mad. But if I have to keep correcting you, like, how do you not get if I tell you it's Neva, not Neva? I don't know. It's Karen. Issue my whole life always tell me. You're right about the bridge thing, Bridget. That's very good. I get that. I think that's how I would feel too. How about Bridgie? Okay, Kelly. See, and I had the name Neva, which I guess used to be popular back in the old days before us. My name, and it says the comment is not. Okay, well then it's not just me, Bridget. I don't know what's going on, and I just get frustrated because sometimes it's a comment I really want to respond to, and it won't let me. So I don't know. Um, but apparently, my name Neva was popular back in the old days, back before I existed. It apparently went out before I came along, but my dad decided I was named after a woman he worked with in a bar. Go figure, my mom let that happen. Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Um, but then and my middle name is Ray after him. So I but then um there's very few Nevas now. But my name's Neva. I'm the oldest. So you'd think, well, they would have found some other names that were unique. No, my sisters' names are Donna and Becky. Most two of the most typical names you can find. Yeah, I get upset, Bridget, when I get a comment and it's not even like I can see the notification and I can read the comment. I'm like, oh, I want to respond. Okay, good night, Tammy. Sleep well. I hope you're feeling better. I'll let every well, I'll message you and tell you how my doctor's appointment goes tomorrow. Some who still spell my name wrong. No biggie. Oh yeah, Kelly can be spelled, and it's not a big deal except for if I tell you, how to pronounce my name. Well, the 2 years, like that lady called me Nivea for 2 years, and I corrected her almost every time. And I'm just used to it. But like I said, my sisters had two of the most common names, Donna and Becky. So why they decided Neva, just don't call me the C word unless I damn well do. You know what, Kelly? I'm the same way. Don't call me the B word or the C word unless I can act out. And if I'm acting out, you go at it. You call me that, and if I'm being that, I won't get mad. But if I'm not, you better not call me that too. I thought Linnea might make it. I don't know if y'all watch her, the Crafty Trooper. I told her I was coming on tonight. She said she'd try to catch me. Or Gabrielle, Data, and Adrielle. Did I pronounce those right? Gabrielle, Theta, and Adriel. I love those. Sweet dreams, Tammy. I don't use it. There's only a few. I can't even think anyone off the top of the head that I would like call that. But you've got to really done something to call me for me to call you something. Victoria, really? Beto? People confuse things. The lady next door called me Brittany the first year or better that I lived here, even though I corrected her many times. Some people just don't get names, I guess. You know, and in my whole family, my dad's name is Raymond. That's common. My mom's name was Elizabeth. That's common. Then, of course, Donna and Becky, and I am Neva. And I was the chubby sister. So I just made it that much better. Oh, what I was going to tell everybody, for those that don't know, I think almost everybody watches Bridget, but if you don't, Bridget is, well, let's claim it and say she sold her house because things could change. Ah, the future ex. Yeah, I have. Okay. Yeah, my oldest daughter's dad. He is too. He's a lot of words. He was one of the reasons that I have some of my problems. Okay, I'm not going to blame it on him because that's giving him credit for something, but he did some bad things to me. So yeah, he's a lot of awesome. Vero, good. I said it right. Their name. My daughter's names are Rihanna, Elizabeth, and Rosario. And Rihanna was named after my dad, Raymond, and then my mom's middle name, Roxana. Elizabeth is named, of course, after my mom, and then she has my middle name, my sister's middle name. Where to give this? Thank you, Karen. How do you make people moderators anyway? I was gonna do that so that if I ever, not that I'll get famous enough that someone wants to troll me, I don't think. Yeah, I know. Bridget, I've never, this is our first time buying a house. So apparently we've never sold a house. But I do know because I didn't get it why the owners were so pushy about getting stuff done. And it's because once you sign it, you signed your life away. But until you sign that final thing, it's not in stone. Your son-in-law my son-in-law is actually a really good person. Okay, so click on their pic. Thank you, Kelly. My son-in-law is a really good person. I'm thankful for him. Because my daughter can be a little wacko. I shouldn't use that word, but she's got a temper, and he puts up with her. And he's a very sweet boy. He's very nice to me. But I was real nervous because she dated some uh yeah, that word right there, Kelly. She dated quite a few of those, and I kept thinking, my God, don't. Oh no. So this one, they've been together a while. I'm hoping. My kids are Sterling, Antonio, and Ariana. I like that Sterling. I like that name. I mean, they're all nice, but that name Sterling, I like it. It's different. Um, Rosario is named after when I was pregnant with the twins, Elizabeth and Rosario. One of them was supposed to be a boy because that's what I wanted. And so Elizabeth came out. She was the one I didn't know was a girl or boy. But when they were pregnant with them, they kept saying, well, if they're two girls, what are you going to name them? I was like, well, if they're a boy and a girl, it'll be Raymond and Elizabeth after my mom and dad. Well, what if they're two girls? I was like, I don't know. I'm determined to have a boy. That's all there is to it. And love's blind, deaf, and dumb. And well, my daughter's found some doozies, and my other two, they don't leave the house to find anyone. So Wendy and Regina, we call Regina Reggie. I like that, Reggie. That's cute. But Rosario, okay, so I said, well, if they're two girls, I was joking, I'll name one Elizabeth and the other Rosario because my mom worked with a lady named Rosario who was the opposite. My mom was very timid, quiet, didn't cuss. Thank you, Vero. Your daughter's names are pretty too. I like them. Sterling is it's something different. I like that a lot. Rosario. Anyway, so I would joke and say I was the name one Elizabeth and one Rosario because one, Rosario, was always kicking Lizzie in the ultrasounds. And my mom and, well, we called her Chayo, but her name was Rosario. They were opposites. My mom was real quiet and cuss and, was a timid person. And Chayo was wild, loud, cussed. She did it all. She even got fired for doing coke. Not that that's a, but she's opposite my mom. My mom never partook of drugs. My children are Devin, Jack, Harry, and Anna. I like those. Jack's middle name is Lovejoy. I love that middle name. I really like that, Lovejoy. I like that middle name. I mean, they're all cool names, but that middle name is awesome. So when the twins, Lizzie came out first and she was a girl, but she was the timid one. So then when Rosario came out and she was a girl, I was like, well, crap. I didn't have a name picked out. So I named her Rosario. And Chaya was excited, bought him a bunch of clothes and all kinds of stuff. She was like, she's going to act just like me. Well, guess what? They still are that way. Lizzie's the quiet, sweet one. And Rosario's the one you don't mess with. Like, she's ornery. Selena Marie. That's pretty. I like Selena. I like the name Selena. Of course, I also like the singer Selena. So maybe Granny D will join us. She said she was going to try to join the live. I bet that lady is a hoot, y'all. I bet she's a lot of fun. I only said that because something popped up on my thing. Sorry, I got real close to my face, but I need to lean back a little. My back is hurting, and where I'm sitting on my bed. So, two middle names, Lee and Macon. Is that how you pronounce it? I wanted a son. I wanted to name him after my dad, and Richard Douglas and Winfield Scotty. I like those names. See, I like names like Richard Douglas, just really sounds good together. And then Winfield Scotty, that's just a cool name to me. That's cool. Um, Rihanna, because I was kind of, okay, I'll tell the truth about myself. I was kind of a pothead and drank a lot when I got pregnant for my oldest daughter. She kind of saved me from myself because I did a lot of minor after family and a friend and used to sing, Beto. Oh, I bet you can still sing. But I used to self-medicate a lot before I got pregnant with my oldest daughter. And so while I was still in that party frame of mind, I wanted to name her Mary Jane or Tequila Sunrise. Angelia. I like that. Angelia, that's pretty. I bet Beto has a pretty voice too. She thinks she looks like what did she say she looked like? And she doesn't look like that. So I bet her voice sounds great too. But yeah, Rihanna's names would have been Mary Jane or Tequila Sunrise. It was gonna be something outrageous. Uh, the partier in me hadn't died yet. Angel Leah. Okay. I like that. Angel Leah. This was named for my stepdad. Antonio's name is my grandfather's. Not anymore, Karen. Not sure what's going on with my throat. Yeah, I hope you get a way to get that checked out, Vero. My mom's voice started changing. She had nodes on her thyroid, I think it was called. It didn't end up being cancer, but her voice changed a lot when she had to get it checked every year after that because it can become cancerous. And so that's something that I hope you can get checked out because it could be bad. I quit smoking too, Bridget. And I'm glad I did. When my mom passed from COPD, she had been quit for 15 years. And My aunt passed, well, it's a year ago this month, from COPD, and my uncle, their brother, is now diagnosed with it, and they have an aunt and an uncle. One is in remission from lung cancer, and oh, I just flipped y'all off. And then their aunt passed away from lung cancer. Like, it went in remission, and then she started smoking again, and it came back, and she was gone. So I bet it would be fun too. I don't drink anymore. Not that I don't want to, but my husband was sober. And I don't think a drink every now and again is bad, but he came from an alcoholic family. And he was only 30. When we got together, when we first started seeing each other, he was 29. And then I think he went to the doctor the first when he went, and I made him get all his blood work. He was 30 or 31, and he hadn't drank in 6 months, and his liver still, well, he still showed high ammonia in your blood, and that is a sign of liver problems. How did I stop smoking, Ange? I ate a lot of sunflower seeds and made my blood pressure go up. So that is not a good thing. Crocheting helped me not go back. I know, I wish we didn't either. Ange is all the way in the UK. We can't get over there. I have COPD and smoke. I had breast cancer and lost my right breast. See, Ida, yeah, I, I felt like my mom's pulmonologist didn't do everything they could for her. She had even quit smoking, but he brought it up every time that she used to be a smoker. They didn't tell us the stuff that we know now about smoking. I've moved away from it. Then hurry up, you, Michelle. Um, they didn't tell us, they didn't know the stuff they know about smoking now. So how can you hold that against somebody? And even then, I can honestly say I used to be a pothead, and I am all for medicinal marijuana, but do not abuse it. But I did abuse it. I'll admit that. I drank quite a bit. I could quit both of them, no problem. The hardest thing, two things I've given up in life is sugar and nicotine. And I haven't given up caffeine. Y'all ain't taking that from me. Okay. If someone told me it's messing with my heart, maybe. But yeah, nicotine and sugar were the hardest things I ever gave up. And then I went back to sugar. So, and I fell off the wagon with the nicotine. So, Ange, I really don't have anything except for you just gotta. I will never go back to smoking now because I was there when my mom took her last breath, and I saw everything she went through before that. And I'm praying that I quit in time, that it doesn't. Although I'm the one out of the family that has asthma and a lot of breathing problems at times. And I'm happy you're a survivor too, Ida. That's a lot to live through. And COPD, you're in my prayers. And I hope you stay away from sick people, because sick people used to go around my mom all the time. And I'd get real mad because your immune system is lower, and you can, especially upper respiratory, you catch real easy. Telling me to eat salty foods, chips, burgers, etc. Is your blood pressure low? Well, okay, is your iodine low? Because that apparently my mom, um, then a week later, my mom found out she had colon cancer, had breast cancer, survivor. Wow. Sorry about your mom, Kelly. Yeah, I've quit so many times. I go back to it, even quit for 5 years once. That was me. I could quit for a long time and then go back. It was watching my mom that finally put it in my mind that I can't ever smoke again. Your vocal cord. I smoke so I don't kill others. I understand that, Kelly. I drink caffeine so others can live. I get that. I understand. I just can't go back because of seeing my mom and how sick she was. I'm already scared that, that's in my. Now, I can't lie. If I find out I got it, I'm probably going to partake in a lot of stuff that I always wanted to or miss.